Upper Green River country into Jackson Hole. It's the longest migration route by ungulates in the lower 48, and been going on for thousands of years. And we're looking at some of the threats that are occurring to this corridor, such as subdivision and oil and gas development. And we flew over Jonah Field this morning and the Pinedale anticline and saw those massive oil and gas developments going on in that area, and there's 10,000 more wells proposed. So we have some concerns about this migration corridor as to whether or not it can remain viable with all this development pressure.
Okay, this is Beaver. We're over the Kinky Creek Divide, right over the airport, just east of the airport, about a mile at 9,600. Steve wanted me to pass on to the other airplanes that this is one of the passes that the antelope use when they do their migration.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. We still have you in sight. You're at least a couple miles ahead of us.
And we're level at 9,600.
It's going over Pinedale, coming up on the Jonah Field, which is a massive development, oil and gas wells. It's going to be about 4,000, maybe 4,500 wells, and they're proposing 10,000 more beyond that. Yeah, that's the sage grouse have fallen down. The population has fallen by about 80%, and mule deer has fallen about 47% due to this development activity.
And the beaver's over Pinedale City at 9,000 feet.
You're about 10 miles in front of us.
Okay, thanks. Pinedale traffic, this is de Havilland 87807 over the city of Pinedale at 9,000 feet. Traversing your area at 8,000, make it 9,000.
We're proposing that they not allow them to drill this many wells. We're proposing that they drill, multi-directional from one pad rather than drilling so many wells. We're also proposing that there's certain areas like on north of us from where we came that they ought to not be allowing drilling in the migration corridor. This is actually the winter range of the antelope, mule deer, and some elk that we're in now, and as you can see, there's a lot of disruption out here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is actually the Pinedale anticline development here.
Steve wanted me to point out on the ridge to the west of Pinedale is the Pinedale anticline development where they've got all the drilling going on.
Okay, and I think we're just coming up on that. We're at about 7,800, and we're just on the east side of the Green River.
Great, we're just passing the development, coming over the river to the south where it makes a turn to the west.
Amazing, look at that, water's flowing within 60, 70 feet of it.
You know, the guy told me we weren't going to have to go much further than right here, actually, north of Pinedale, so that's what I planned for fuel.
Yeah, that's all right, Jeff. I mean, we've got some pretty good stuff, so I mean, if we can make it to, I mean, you can see this development's running all the way up through here.
Yeah, what's that over there?
That's Halliburton's kind of headquarters over there for this operation.
Oh, it's where they have their barracks and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, all their heavy machinery and trucks and stuff.
This is a big operation.
Oh my gosh.
Monster. Pretty impressive, isn't it, in terms of...
Well, I don't know if impressive is the right word, but
No.
I know what you mean.
Impressively bad.
Yes,
Yeah.
impressively bad.
Get a shot of that.
Boy, they sure scrape it off, don't they?
Yeah,
They do.
Wonder why they do that.
The University of Wyoming has been experimenting with these removable roads that they can take out to the drilling sites, where they're like pads that they roll up that they put on top of the sage grouse, rather than having to tear it all out.
Sagebrush, you meant.
Sorry. Well, grouse too, probably, but sagebrush. And it does a lot, I mean, a lot less damage. It still does a lot of damage, but those sagebrush are allowed to, it's cool. I mean, it's one positive thing at least.
Yeah, that's very good. Do you call this multiple use?
Is that part of BLM's charter?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, I'll make a turn to the right now.
Okay.
No.
This is the Jonah 2 development.
Coming up on Jonah Field right now, this is a huge natural gas development that is going to have at least 600 wells, maybe as many as 4,000 over the next few years, and going north maybe as many as 10,000 more from that. Mule deer herds are down 47% here. Sage grouse are down to 80%. Winter range, critical winter range and crucial winter range are being disrupted and destroyed. The oil companies are proposing doing year-round drilling, which is even more harmful. And they're taking full-page ads out in all the Wyoming papers to get public support behind them. But right now, they have some restrictions, but as you can see from this film, not many, and it's having a huge impact on wildlife in this area.
Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to work with the agencies, the state wildlife agency, the BLM, and the Forest Service, and we think private landowners and sportsmen are going to have to are going to be key players in this also. In fact, sportsmen are already key players on the Wyoming Range bill that's in Congress right now that would protect the Wyoming Range, which we flew right by earlier this morning. And so it's going to take we feel an effort, cooperative effort from all the groups to all these agencies and various interest groups to make sure that this migration corridor gets protected. And it's relatively narrow, it's long, relatively narrow. We don't think it's going to take all that much land to make it happen, and it's pretty important for Grand Teton National Park and this part of the world for those antelope to get into this country.